back. So when we're talking HTTP protocols, we have used one of the HTTP method called the get method until now. This guy, get and get, right? So these are the ones, and that's actually referring to the R in the CRUD setup that we've used in the program earlier for creating, reading, updating, and deleting our code. So the get is the R in the CRUD. That's why I kind of put these guys together so you can see the differences. So it's kind of the same idea. It's just different naming for reading stuff. This is for the HTTP protocol, and this is for CRUD setup in the software environment. That's the term they use. So let's have a look at how we actually send stuff to a REST API. So how do we actually, for instance, if we want to create a new customer or create a new value, how do we send that to the system? And there we hit a small problem, because as default, whenever you put in a URL in a browser, you'll only be allowed as default to send a GET request. You won't be allowed just to send a POST request directly. So if I go into the browser here and I put in this URL right here and I do send, it won't ever go in and send a POST request or a PUT request or a delete request. It'll always send a GET request. Now we can come back to why that makes sense later, but right now you have to just accept that. So we have a problem here. How do we test to actually try and do a POST against our system? And that's where a postman comes in, because now we need something that can fake having a form where we can put in information about a user and press submit. So we have to make some kind of system that can fake this form, and Postman is awesome for it. Postman is a very good tool for actually working with data that we need to now send back to the REST API. Like for the POST, the update and delete, they all need information that we can send over the wire. We could use the GET request for delete, but it's kind of a bad standard. We normally say that we should use the method name to decide what we should actually do. And again, the GET is for reading, the POST is for creating, the U or update is for updating, that's called PUT inside the methods, and the delete is the delete. So we should use those names to avoid confusions when I'm using your REST API. If you decided that the GET request could delete, and I send you this for actually getting a specific value, like put in 3 here, you've deleted item number 3, and I wouldn't expect that because it's a GET request, so why are you deleting stuff? If I want you to delete stuff, I'll use the delete method inside my request. I hope that makes sense. So that's why you have to use the standard, the GET for read, like I just told you. So next lesson, let's try and install and use Postman the first time. See you next time.